scratching, fiending for a dose of his touch, a hit of his lust, craving for his love as an addict craves for his drug, becoming a resident on Boot Hill all for his 30-second thrill. You see, I stopped going to the sanctuary and traded it in for the cemetery. An insolent, decaying flesh seeking restoration in the purification of the ultimate sacrifice. You see, I alleviated my cross and I pawned it just for a fix of his raspy, alone in the abandon. As I await upon my delivery to quench my thirst and excel in the proclivities of him, as his needle begins to pierce my flesh and begins to indulge in my veins, his warmness rummaging up through the very members of my body, waging war against my spirit and my brain, ingested more than I could handle. Choke and my sins. Mouth became so dry, unable to swallow the grievous pain. Eyes rolling to the back of my head as he departed, not caring if I was left for dead. Coming to the certainty of my iniquities, I bring to fruition and confess that I need a way out of this lustful desire that sought to rule my spirit and dominate my mind. Anxiety penetrated my mind like a tiger tooth through human flesh, drowning in the shortness of my wrongdoing, disguised as sensual pleasure. The effect of his gratifying euphoric, it declines and now begins to weigh down in my very own soul. I cry. Can't you see I'm crying out for help and escape, seeking to be rescued from this infection. But it was too late. The greatness of my addiction gave birth to the death of me. Reaching the point of no return, I'm ready to cash in the wages of my sin. I'm ready to greet death with a kiss. I'm reunited with death as she looks to inhale my spirit from my depleted carcass. Abruptly, she is commanded to stop and loose me as a light shifted toward her. A familiar light that saved me countless times before. I begged him to let death be, for I knew I was unclean, and pleaded to let death have her way with me, along with the monstrosity desires of my members that wanted no part of him. Yet, with no explanation, he walked me out of the pits of death, restoring me back to consciousness. Instantly, I am awakened. As I was left for dead in the abyss of despair, thoughts hung over, heart broken, spirit grieved, my soul was lifeless. Yet he freed me from this infection that sought to rule, reign, and dominate my very existence, and led me captive into a newness of life that exposed my addiction, that exposed my shame, my sin, to his very own members' grace and mercy. You see, now I am alive. The old man that once had dominion and desire to fulfill its own lustful agenda was now crucified and resurrected my spirit into the hands of my Savior. Although my addiction is silenced and still resides, no longer shall its iniquities reign in me. For in my newness of life, my members are enslaved and in submission to him who has saved me, to him who has redeemed me, who has restored me. But nevertheless, the very lust that once enslaved me she won't let me go without a fight. Daily, she seeks to regain the very throne where she was overthrown. Waiting on my relapse, she secretly plots and devises her return. But great pleasure to inform of her failures. You see, for now, I'm going on a permanent trip. A trip that requires no longer walking in the flesh that she once controlled, but now I'm walking in faith, redeeming the true happiness that she once stole. Lust. It's safe to say that you and me are finished. For I have been set free, and free to say that you are no longer my addiction. Real quick, I just want to say that as Christians, as believers, as just people, period, we all struggle with something. It doesn't have to be lust. It doesn't have to be fornication. It could be lying, stealing, gossiping, cheating, whatever. Whatever it is that you're struggling with, your struggle, your sin does not have you. You've already overcame your sin 2,000 years ago when it was done on the cross before you could even walk. So if you don't remember anything that I say, don't give up. Continue to fight that good fight of faith, because we have an advocate who sits right next to the throne of the Father, and his name is Jesus. And as long as you continue to push and pursue him, you will overcome. It does not have you. Don't give up.
Amen. Shed a tear.
See why I chose her? She a keeper. You right, bro.